Well, you and I spoke last night, and you said that this lifestyle is kind of a slippery slope when you start, you know, bringing people into your bedroom activities and so forth. Things
Right.
can kind of go wrong, feelings, start to rise and so forth. Because you've done this with other couples as well.
Yeah, in my personal life, my girlfriend and I are in the lifestyle. We swing, so we have many instances where we're meeting with another couple or in a situation where other people are around. And in those situations where you're inviting people into your bedroom and you're expanding your sexual horizons, you got to be solid. You got to be a super solid relationship. Know your partner. Know their tells of when they're uncomfortable and comfortable. Because the thing is, a lot of us go through these certain situations where we want to see our partner pleased. We may not feel good about that. You got to be able to communicate that. And the relationships that go the distance that can do this are the ones that communicate. They talk to each other. They say, did you like this? Do you like this? They talk about do's and don'ts prior to getting into this, prior to getting too deep. So that's a big thing. If you're going to do this, and a lot of people engage in the lifestyle, it is not a taboo thing. It may be taboo, but it's not an uncommon thing. You just got to be solid. You got to have that type of communication with your partner. If you don't, this is the type of stuff that happens. If you're telling your partner what they want to hear, but then you're feeling the opposite behind closed doors, this is the opportunity to talk about it, Not now in court. The opportunity to talk about it is when it's happening, before it's happening. Especially when, for Daphne, we sat and talked about the possibilities and what was required for this to be able to be something that everybody enjoys. And I thought she understood that. So that's a big thing to make this work. It's not for everybody.
Well, yeah, look, I'm friends with Adam 22 from No Jumper, and I recently had him and his wife, Letter the Plug, on my show, and they are swingers.
Right. Shout out to
Right?
Adam.
Yeah, shout out to Adam. Not only do they have threesomes on camera, but also she's had, solo scenes with Jason Love
That's right.
twice now. And then they had a group, a threesome with Lil D and, like
Right.
all types of stuff happens. He's had solo scenes without her, and they seem like they have a loving, good marriage.
Yeah.
From my point of view, I've been around a lot of couples. They seem like sincerely happy. They have one kid together, another possibly on the way, but at the end of the day, things could potentially go wrong. And at one point, Diddy actually wanted to go with you to a swingers club where he was going to disguise himself.
Yeah, he was like, this was around the Daphne time. This was because the Daphne time was a heightened time for everybody. She was like, oh, yeah, that's a great idea. He was like, I want to go to a club and I want to walk around and just see people. The way he said it in that Diddy voice, he had the kind of like that bottom lip hanging, like, yeah, I just want to go to the club and just see people doing their thing, and I'm like, all right, like, let me see if I could set this up. And I was in the process of going through that with some places in Miami, and last minute he canceled. He's like, you know what, I don't think it's a good idea, all the cameras and stuff like that, which is ironic because now he's known for exactly what he didn't want people to know about, which is wanting to be a voyeur and walk around and do and explore this sexual realm. So, but he wanted to go out because he wanted to just experience watching multiple people have sex, have fun, whatever that included, so.
It seems like this cuckold thing seems to be popular, particularly with wealthy couples.
Yeah, it's usually a wealthy couple thing.
Right. So, for example, I'm not going to say who, but one of the escorts that I spoke to off camera said that they did, that he had a cuckold type session with a A-list celebrity and her husband.
Mm-hmm.
And when he told me who it was, I was like, my jaw dropped.
You believed it, but I felt like you believed it, right?
I believed it.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa. He even said that he thinks that the husband is gay based on the way he was kind of acting and so forth. And it was like, whoa. They have kids together and so forth. For example, Kanye and Bianca, he named his album Cuck.
Yeah, he's been wild.
And I've heard from multiple people that not only, I know one guy that actually did, a cuckolding threesome with them, but I also know people that were, they had reached out to him and there was bookings in process that ultimately never happened. Did you hear about this as well?
I'd heard the adult film industry is filled with people that got stories just like this. People reach out to us all the time and try to make fantasies reality. And it doesn't surprise me that this particular person was getting the hit up or putting out feelers to try, because it happens so much. You'd be surprised, you know. I've heard some stories. I can't be substantiated, but I mean, if this is any indicator that this happens, then the other ones probably are true too.
I heard a story that this porn girl told me this story, right? I'm not going to say who this is on camera. I'll tell you afterwards. I'll tell you, but this story was wild. This was years ago. An agency reached out to her and said this famous black Hollywood couple are having a sex party and they want you to come. She was like a popular, black porn star at that time. She was like, sure, no problem. Okay, but we also want you to bring a male porn star or someone that, could perform in this type of environment. She's like, okay, cool. I know some guys and so forth. Like, well, there's one more detail to the story, right? What the couple wants is they want the male to have sex with a woman, pull out, and come in the husband's mouth. And she said, well, I don't know anyone that does that.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I don't know one damn person that's gonna do that.
In the porn world, and I've had lots of friends in the porn world, both male and female, over the years. It seems like the gay porn world and the straight porn world really are kind of separate.
They're separate.
Yeah.
We don't go. It's not like we go to the same events. It's a different way that things are done.
It's a different part. So yeah, and this was not something that she was on the internet with or doing an interview about. This was just a private conversation, we had one day, and it was like, damn, like those two? She's like, yeah, those two. And, when I tell you, you're going to be like, I'm not really surprised.
I'm saying right now, I'm not going to be surprised.
You're not going to be surprised.
I'm not going to be surprised.
You're not gonna be surprised.
Nothing surprises me anymore. I've done scenes, I'm just like, this is what people are really thinking about out there. Like the scripts I've seen. It's a sick world. So there's nothing that's going to surprise me anymore at all. 1,000 bottles of baby oil. I'm unfazed.
Yeah.
I'm unfazed.